Hello, this is week 8 weekly reflections. I'm Norma Marvell, and I'll be discussing language, teeth, and methodologies and approaches. After reading this, it was very intriguing because I took the information that I learned and thought back to my experience in school, well, high school, when I was learning language, and basically the three different ways to teach was the different levels in school of learning the language. So the language teaching methodologies and approaches is like a theoretical view and how and why the language is learned. And there's 3 types of ways to teach language. And the first one, which is the level 1 of learning a language, which we did in French 1, is the grammar translation method, which is drilling and exercising nouns and that are presented. So they would give us the information in the French class. They I think it's the pronouns was il, es, nous, vous, and others because I can't remember everything, but those were presented and drilled into us because it's used consistently throughout the language when you're learning French. And then the second one, which is audiolingual method, and the materials that were presented is in dialogue. So then in French 2, we watch more videos of people having conversations in French, and then we will practice having conversations in French with one another, discussing everything or trying to discuss everything. And then the last one is the direct method, teaching language without translation or teaching them grammar. So this is basically teaching language without teaching them grammar, and you just giving them straight verbal dialogue. So they'll be learning the language, how to speak it, say the words, but they don't understand they don't have the correct grammar, which is what goes on in French 3 from my past experience. And it is basically the teacher talking to you, and you have to respond back to the teacher consistently with only in that language, because she would not answer you if you answered her in English. And to even ask a question, it has to be formed some way in French, or you ask her how to ask a question in French, and that's how you get away with it. So reading this, the methodologies, it really took me back to when I was learning language, because some of the stuff and the approaches that they have would have been better with teaching some of the students languages, such as having more time. So some learners usually only have a limited time for learning, and at my school they turn from having classes frequently to having a block schedule to give people more time to learn stuff, because having a short amount of time to learn or take in language was really hard. And then another thing is that the pressure of learning the language, because you're in school, you have to learn it, and it's either pass or fail for grades. So it's very, very stressful, and it doesn't really help you as much when you're pressured into learning another language. So that's that. And then another thing is that sometimes language isn't, one of the things that I understood from the reading is that language is not presented step by step, and the learner is exposed to a wide variety of vocabularies and structures. So when learning language, they'll teach you the vocabulary, how to create sentence structures and stuff, but it's not presented step by step, as in how to pronounce and enunciate the word, because talking in another language, if it's not another language that you speak at home, could be hard, very hard.